Okay, Nieuport 1600. I'm going to try to get back on track here as best I can. May not even make it all the way. I don't know. May not even get everything straight here, but to back up, and I will back up, there's no way I can continue with this. So this unit is back here because under fire combat, the only thing that results is a morale test. And even if you're broken, you're not retreating, is what I'm assuming. I was mixing up the retreating from, I guess, from close combat. I definitely was not looking in the fire combat chapter. So looking back to the fire combat chapter, the result is, or the result you want as the attacker in fire combat, is that the target takes a morale test. Then when you go to the morale section to look at the procedure for a morale check, you can fail a morale check and lose a level, but you're still not retreating at that time. So none of that would have happened. It doesn't, as far as I can tell, it doesn't help the problem here of moving through. Well, no, not moving through, because in this rules there is no moving through period. This doesn't help the situation of what to do about the route movement being blocked later in the route phase. And I did look forward into the AIR2 rules, and there's a whole new section that I don't remember. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if it's in the AIR1 rules. They might be, actually. They might be, but anyways, the AIR2 rules have a whole section on passing through with route movement. It's not route. Is it route movement? Yeah, it is route movement. Oh no, wait. No, actually, I think it's retreat movement. Well. Okay, so it is under retreat movement in AIR2 rules, and so they specifically deal with when the two hexes to the rear of a unit that must retreat if they are blocked. Anyways, AIR2 rules are recommended are recommended as the most up-to-date rules. Yeah, actually, I should recognize the fact that the AIR2 rules are specifically recommended to be backwardsly compatible to both Kirchholm 1605 and Nieuport 1600. So I probably should respect that recommendation, because otherwise I'm just not going to be happy. So what do? I'm going to so what's going to happen is when I have an opportunity, when I get an opportunity to activate with the Spanish, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to deliberately try to make a hole, a lane for the routed unit, so that later it can pass around and through, because otherwise it will be eliminated. In game terms, there's nothing wrong with that, but in realism, no, that's not realistic. It's not realistic that in the heat of battle here, within a 20 to 30 minute turn, commanders and entire units would be acting in this way. I'll tell you right now, realistically, this unit would not move forward make contact with the enemy, fight with the enemy, and die at the hands of the enemy just to make a lane for this unit to get away. That's so in game terms it might work, but in realism terms, which is what I don't know. I never really had this. I don't remember having this issue with this design in the past. Actually, maybe I did have this exact problem in Kirkholm 1605, and I've just forgotten. But anyways, I probably should update to the AIR2 rules. Because it is a great design. I just don't think that they had thought this part through all the way at this time. The other issue is, again, so the other issue with all of these units that are, okay, so here's unit. So as far as I understand, units go from morale level to morale level, and they don't skip. I think. So it's good order, or normal order. It's flipped over and it's disordered, which means that all of its values are already adjusted for you. They're not the same as the normal. They're different. The fire is changed, the morale is changed, and the movement. So all three values have changed for disorder. Then if they take another hit, do they even call them hits? I don't know. If they lose another morale level, then then they're shaken. So it's the front of the counter, but here's the thing. The counter goes on, but when the fire is -2, is it -2 off of this value? Wait, yeah, is it -2 off of this value? Wait. Yeah, no. When the unit goes to fire, okay, it's going to have a -2. Let's make sure this is right. Shaken. -2 morale and fire. Well, how do you say it? Well, I guess it is an ineffective DRM. So it's going to have -2 DRM. But when he's shaken, I guess you are firing because you can still fire when you're shaken. You're using this value, right? Or were you meant to use that value? I hope not, because that would be quite counterintuitive. Intuitively, I think it's from this level, because you're going down progressively. And the morale, is it -2? Is it -2 from 5? Or is it -2 off of 6? So is it 4 or is it 3? Is it 3? Is it 4 or 3? And the same thing when you go routed. Can't fire, okay, but morale's -5. I mean, I had that in the play here. Is it -5? Ooh, see, that makes it his morale a 0, which is not, I don't know, I guess maybe it's not impossible, right, because you can still roll a 0. But is it 0 or 1? Okay, well, I found the answer. The answer is not in the Nieuport 1600 rules. I went up to the AIR2 rules, and it specifically says that these modifiers for this status marker apply to the front of the counter. That is the normal status. So that means it's these values, which I find that counterintuitive. I think because you progressively go through states, I mean, the point is, if you're shaken, I'm trying to think. If you're shaken, did you have to go through disordered? Well, I mean, I think that the rule should just say. See, now I'm getting off on the should, but okay, let's just say, even I can't think of an example, but if a unit can go right to shaken, I think that the rule should specifically say that you flip it over because it's disordered, and then it's shaken. And then these would be different. These would be minus 1, and minus 4. Whoops, minus 4, minus 1, minus 1. I don't know. That's what I think. So, but now to know the rules, that those, I'm not sure what I did. I'm really not sure what I've done this whole time. I'm not sure if I've applied those modifiers to the front or the back. I don't know. Believe it or not, it is still an awesome design. I mean, I think that it's still an awesome design. But I probably should get onto the AIR2 rules and see how it works from there.